Hello, my name is Chanel and welcome to my YouTube channel, Convos and Moments with Chanel. In this video, I was going to discuss the topic of, can you be in a relationship or date someone, whatever your definitions are, for dating and going out with somebody exclusively? Can you exclusively be with someone who is considered broke? Now, for me, this topic came up. I was having a discussion on Facebook with one of my buddies, and I basically have the opinion that I do not want to date anyone broke. But let me put my disclaimer. Number one, this is after 30. Number two, I've been there, done that. Because, see, some people have a lot of experiences about relationships that make them act a certain way in the future, and some people, they don't have any experience and they have an opinion, and sometimes you actually need to experience those things. So I will say I have dated someone broke before, so that's my disclaimer. I have dated someone or people in the past that were considered broke, and also I am focusing on the age group 30 and above. Number one, I chose to focus on the age 30 and above because honestly, when we're just all young, like, it's just worried about having a good time, hanging out, going out places, blah, blah, blah. But when you get around 30, after you finish school, trying to find your career, whatever the case may be, you really start looking at life like, where am I going? What am I doing? How am I going to do it? And do I have someone to do this with? And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings for financial situations, whatever the case may be. But me, the point in life that I'm at, and also from my experience, I do not want to date anyone broke. And when I mean broke, because sometimes everybody is always living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes people just have a lot of overwhelming things that came at one time. I understand that. I take that into consideration. But if you literally have no money to make ends meet, you have a lot of outside obligations, such as maybe behind in rent, behind in your mortgage, having children. If you can't handle any more on your plate, sometimes a relationship should not be on your mind. Not saying just because you have a lot of obligations or your money's not right at the time that you can't be in a relationship or you shouldn't be looking for love. But at a certain age, it's different requirements that come with being in a relationship. Like I said, when you're younger, you don't care. You're just hanging out when you can. You're still working your job. You're going to school, whatever. But when you get older, there is certain things that are going to be needed. And if a person is super broke, it's going to be a problem. Not saying that they cannot come out of being broke or come out of their financial situation. I'm not saying that, because I have seen people do total 360s. All they needed was to be focused, be around the right people, or they needed the right hookup. But I'm sorry, for me, being my age that I am, 35, I cannot and I do not want to date anyone broke. Because you know what? At the same time, people, they kind of see it from their standpoint. Okay, say if you're dating a guy and he's really broke. Say he has 1 or 2 kids. He can't afford to pay his child support. He lives with his mother. He barely has time. He barely has money to hang out with you and do things for you as a boyfriend. When he has a discussion with you, all he's going to see in his eyes to a certain extent is, I'm talking to you. I'm trying to let you know I'm stressed out. I have multiple kids. I have multiple bills. He's going to see his standpoint. But what about your girlfriend's standpoint? Some people just want you to think, okay, this person is struggling. They don't have enough money. Just work with them. See where things go. Until that situation changes, do you know how stressful, and I hate to say it, annoying it is, the in-between? And that's if the situation is going to change. Because you do realize in life, and what I have learned, some people talk more than they do. I have been around people and I have been in relationships with people where they just talk and go, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. This is on my agenda. This is on my goal list. They still haven't accomplished it. They still not working towards it. They still haven't changed their environment. So what are you supposed to do then? So my thing is, in between of people always saying, oh, females don't want to deal with nobody broke. People always bashing people who's broke. Number one, it's not right to bash. But people can also have their preference. I'm sorry. I've been there. I've done that. I've dated guys with kids. I dated guys who were still living with their parents. I dated guys who were living paycheck to paycheck. I dated guys who didn't know how to budget their money. And guess what? I don't like it. Then, when I don't like something, guess what? I'm going to become a complainer. Because at the same time as you're trying to argue, oh, I'm trying to do the best that I can. What am I going through as a person in that relationship? So I just have to say to everybody, when people just want to bash people for not wanting to date people who are broke or something, you have to look at the age, the determination, and the level that people are on themselves who are feeling that type of way. Because at the end of the day, love is a beautiful thing. But guess what? Love cannot pay bills. Love cannot always get you out of an emergency. All people seem to hear sometimes when it comes to the topic of, oh, would you date somebody broke? Oh, it's just whether you would have enough sensitivity or heart to give that person a chance and deal with their situation. What about the stuff that the person goes through when that person is broke for whatever reason? Chewing gum. Being that they have multiple kids they can't afford, multiple bills they can't afford, putting their money towards wants rather than needs. What about the person who's in the relationship dealing with that? It's not fun always hearing, we can't go this place because I have no money. My kids are going to need school clothes. I can't do this for you. I feel uncomfortable moving out or moving in with you. I feel uncomfortable taking this step because my money's not right. Could you imagine how that makes the other person feel? It's like constantly thinking about, when is my relationship going to improve? And is it solely based on when this person finally gets themselves together financially? So sometimes don't always look at the person who's claiming they're broke. Think about how the person feels who's dealing with that person. But I would love to know, do you find it hard to deal with people who are supposedly broke? And I mean, we all go through times where stuff comes up, money is short, this and that. I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about partners who are consistently broke and it doesn't seem like they're coming out of it. And at the end of the day, you're supposed to keep on saying, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. It's not about money. It's not about money. What kind of future are you supposed to have? And I'm not trying to say or put down anybody who is like super broke or not coming out of, this situation of not being financially stable. But some people put themselves in those situations, and some people don't know how to get away from certain people that will keep them there. So that's a whole nother issue all in itself. But my rant for today was, I've been there, I've done that, but at the age of 35, I am not dating anyone who is broke, meaning they are unstable financially and they are not coming out of it no time soon. I'm not talking about your car broke down, you're going to need an extra $800 out your check, so for the month of November you're going to be broke. I'm not talking about those scenarios. I'm talking about consistently, a person saying over and over, I don't have enough money because I have to pay child support. I don't have enough money because all my money is going there. How is that supposed to build a stable relationship? Someone is going to get frustrated because guess what? And most times if it's a man and that woman is helping out a lot, she's going to feel like she's wearing the pants more in that relationship than you. And that's why a lot of times, I hate to say it, some women are disrespectful to their men because they know at the end of the day, the man is not playing that full, taken care of, or I can support you role. So when you're not doing that, women become way more frustrated and way more vocal about telling you what you're not doing, how they're feeling, and it's all going to be in frustration, and it's because of the financial stability. So yes, love is a beautiful thing. But at my age, I'm sorry, a man has to be stable. I'm not going to listen to it every week. Oh, I only have enough money for my kids. Oh, I don't have any money to go here. Oh, it seems like you focus on this. It's going to seem like you're asking somebody to constantly do something when it's just things that you want to do being in a relationship with someone. Because honestly, if you're dating someone and every time you just want to do special little things, go out to eat or go on vacation or be able to do some activities together, and everything is just on something outside of the household and they can't balance it all, honestly, it's not fair. And that's the main thing, balance. If you have multiple kids, if you have multiple jobs, if you have multiple bills, you have to learn how to balance it. You can't always just complain to people, oh, I have a lot on my plate, I have a lot on my plate. You should be understanding. I thought you loved me for me. No, you need to learn how to balance because at the end of the day, that gets played out too. At least for me it does. Some people have a lot of patience. Certain stuff I'm just not into. I have dealt with a lot in the past. I have been very patient in the past. But certain things I'm just not into. I don't like long distance relationships. I'm a type of person, I have to see that person physically. I'm sorry. I can't be doing everything video chat over the phone. That's not me. Different strokes for different folks. But anyway, I would love to know if over the age of 30, and I'm focusing on the age 30 and above, because I think when we're 30 and under, it's like we're still messing with college, graduate school, stuff like that. So it's like we're not fully focused on being so stable just yet. But for people who are 30 and over, can you date somebody broke? Why or why not? Thank you for visiting my channel, Convos and Moments with Chanel. Bye.